How's it going, all of my primers? I just wanted to do a little relaxing video as opposed to the traditional... I thought the best way of doing that would be to show you the realm that me and my friends have made. Over the last 3.5 months, we have pretty much transformed this island into something completely different than it originated. And today I just want to kind of walk you through a nice relaxing tour of the place, show you every single detail, and I guess I could give you some insight on some plans to come.
Hey, you come back, I wanna give you a chance. Love me like you used to, so we can learn again.
So starting off just behind me is the respawn house. This is a place where newcomers will spawn once they first load in, and you can see it right here on the map. That green spot is exactly where we are standing, and I believe there's another one right here, and there's there's one up there as well. In this area we have some starting armors for newbies to get, and also some aid in these chests to help them out as they start their journey. And right below the map here, we also have an ender chest, so if the admins want to put some things in the ender chest for newcomers to have, they can put them right there. I'm actually not sure the purpose of it right now, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Just outside that area, to our right, you have one of the big eye catchers of this whole place. This is actually a huge villager head that we gave a graduation cap, some nice glasses, and a big emerald above its head. All of the villagers that are in this realm will spawn in here, and you can see a few of them starting to interact. This man is interacting with a newborn villager. There's one here next to this iron golem. And this is a nice place. We got some shelves here. I think there were some items on the top part. And up there is where the new villagers come from. And they drop all the way down to the bottom part here and land in this water receptacle. As you can see, there's a iron golem stuck down here. Yet the villagers do not seem to get stuck here, which is a positive. Once they drop down here, they can just swim their way up and start their lives off. But at the very top inside of the graduation cap is actually the breeding farm that spawns the new villagers. Now see, if I switch to spectator mode and we go inside here, every villager is spawned by these two villagers up top. They have a garden here and they can produce their own crops, they can feed themselves, and the beds over here draws them to this area, and when they pop out a new child, it will go through this trapdoor mechanism here. Will swim down the little area here and fall down at the bottom to begin its life in this world. The next thing that might have caught your eye is these bunch of beacons, and we will get to each of them in this tour, but let's go down here and look at the big part of this realm. This is Main Square City. At least that's the placeholder name, because there is no true name. And this is the big beacon bath. You can hear it whirring of all the beacons going at once. And you got all of the different colors here, from the red pane to the orange pane, yellow, and all the way over to brown, gray, and black. And just in here, you can take a small dive, you can go swim in the bath as well. And it's a good place to come. I do like the, like when you're in here, you can see all the colors around you as you just swim for a bit. And these do give you speed and haste, as well as strength too, for whoever needs it. And then right above here is the bridge that the villagers in town can come around and use if they ever want to go up to this rainbow bath. But just below that bridge is actually the main entrance of this place. There's a small cave here for just one bed if someone wants to just come around and stay in there, but they don't want to go through the effort of entering the town. And right in this little entrance we have a few show points. Most of the villagers do end up immigrating over here from the main spawn point, and that is due to this big Rubik's Cube hotel. The Rubik's Cube Hotel is the biggest selling point of the city because you just go in here and there's all these rooms, and it's not just one room for one villager. No, this can fit up to 4 people per room. And there are, I believe, 5 floors to this place. And the more higher up you go, I believe there was an error when we were making these rooms, the higher up we went, so I believe Cameron, I think it started on the 4th floor. We started adding, yeah, an extra row of beds, so 4th floor and beyond, you can fit up to 8 people in just one room. So in total you can fit, we did the math, oh, here's some people here. Efficiency 5, so that guy can give you efficiency 5, and this is our priest of the area, Father Herbert, or at least he used to be. He's not as prominent in the church as he used to be, but he is still around helping throughout the actual town square. And here's another beacon. I'm actually not sure why there's another one here, but this can give you regeneration and speed too. Always a nice thing to have, some regeneration, especially when you're in town. And there's a lot of iron golems, as you can see. There's just 4 right here, and or there's 5. Wow. And they are oh, there's 6. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 6 in this area. Yes, just right here. Of course, when there's a bunch of villagers, there's going to be a bunch of iron golems. Now this here is Josh Manor. See, one of our good friends, Josh. This was built, I believe, by Cameron for Josh, and I think he actually moved out just recently. I just saw a villager come in here, and you know, he's welcome to stay. It's a dangerous place around here. There's even mobs that come in here during the nighttime. They were able to get a command block in here, and when you press this, you get an item frame. And when you place down the item frame, it is actually invisible. So you can put any item on an invisible item frame. They're very handy to have, and that's why around the area you have been seeing some items just sort of hanging on the wall instead of being in an item frame. And I do like these spinny stairs in the Josh Tower, and like how they're purple, and because, you know, they can't go on a half slab, they're kind of just thrown haphazardly on here. Oh, this here's a new addition, just a cake on a tape player. Always nice. And these are the 2 villagers who live around here, or just one, because I think this dude just came in here and decided to sleep here. That's Josh's sex slave. He's been here for a long time. And then we have the 2 dogs who inhabit this place, Fart Knocker and Shithole. See, they're both good boys, but they've actually been chained up for a while. I'm going to actually let them free. Oh, whoops. I'll replace that. I can get that guy off the leash here. Get Shithole off the leash as well. And you know what? They can sit here if they want. I will let them do as they do. Oh, shit. I do also like this perch you got right here, so that you can just look off the way here and just see the whole city as it is. There's a lot of stuff here, a lot of stuff to get through. This is the biggest restaurant on the whole island. This is the Eatery. Because you come in here, you get your nice eats. I think this is the exit door, because this is based off a real-life location. So this is the entry. You got the cooks here, and a lot of patrons in here, actually, because this is a patron. I think these guys are also patrons, except for this guy. He's for sure a worker. But these guys just love to stand on anything that's not the ground. You come in here, here's the reception, the cash register would be around here. You can see into the back, actually, at the kitchen area. And then right through here is all of the dining tables. There's a guy here waiting for his food, which probably will not come. We'll just have to hope for the best for him. There's actually a lot of tables here. Here's the booths. Got the long booth and then these chairs on the outside. Then if we come in the back, I think this is the dishwasher rack area, so the staff can come here, just put the dishes right here, and they can run through. But if we come to the other side, here's where the chefs are working. Yes, so you come back here, you get the dishes, you wash them in the dishwasher, put them through the washer, and they come out and they get dried right back here. And here's our dishwasher. He doesn't have a name, but I bet he's good at his job. And here's the sinks here, so that they can wash their things. Here's the cooker, and the stove's going at max at all times. And back here with the extra cookers, and I think there's some storage units in here, yep, that have not been filled out yet. And we do also have a basement, not in here, I think this is the office area. But here's the basement down here, just full of extra storage areas that have not also been filled out yet. And if we come down here, we can go out the exit, and you can see the border wall that has been erected outside of the town so that people are forced to go through the entrance legally. And we do have a watchtower here as well, not just to watch for illegal immigrants, but also to watch for mobs and to alert us. This is Immigration Customs Enforcement. This is their watchtower, and you saw the agent up there. And then right next to all of those is one of the big mainstays of this place, one of the areas that has been here since the very beginning. The sign is around here. Here we go. This is at the peak of it. This is the freefall pit from Y86 to Y-63. It is a long fall. Here, let's just jump down here. You jump for a long time. And then there are end portals, or I'm sorry, nether portals in here that if you go through, is this area in the nether, which we will come back to. Well, actually, no, I'll just show this area here. This is Wongbong Penitentiary. This is one of the 2 prisons that we have in this area. This is just a work camp for people to work. We didn't actually think too hard about it at first, but we quickly found out that you can't put water in the nether, at least not without using command blocks. So these guys have pretty much just been stranded here since, I believe, mid-January. And they will continue to be here because they have committed several crimes. And then if you go around the portal right up here, I think there's also a down area. No, there's not. There's nothing down there. But if you come up these stairs, and you go up these stairs, and you go all the way over here, up all these stairs, excuse me, is Envu Penitentiary. These are named after people that we know, of course. And these are the actual holding cells, so if people commit a crime, they come into the town illegally, they will be put here and left to rot forever. So coming back to the portals, if you go back through them, you don't actually go back to that pit. You instead go to this area. When you go back through them to come back to the overworld, they all come to this same exact one. Right here on the stairs, right below Josh Tower, and right below the pit. Right in here is the sort of meeting area. So when you come through the main entrance, one of the first things you'll see is, of course, the Rubik's Cube, the Eatery, and the Josh Tower. But down here is actually the main meeting area. It's not very populated, and there are some beds for people who don't have them. There's a nice campfire going on here, some anvils, some extra stuff in here, splash potion of healing, and some tables for you to sit down at. And if we go back over to where the nether portal ended up at, you get this underpart here, which is right below the Cameron house. So right in here we got an enchanting table with some books. Right in here we got a little place with some grass blocks and a book. And right in here you got the grass temple, which is a nice place to come here and just relax in. And right up these stairs here is the Cameron house. He's got a nice garden out front, actually, and it goes for pretty good distance. Oh, right here it was stepped on a bit. It's not good. But I believe the entrance is actually on the side here. It's a nice little entrance. And yeah, in here it's very furnished. Here's his dog, that's Ruffles. And we got the same map as we do in the respawn room. And we have some daggers, his blick, and this is just his main computer area and desk. And then right in here is actually a really cool addition. This is, I believe this is netherite armor. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure about the newer updates of Minecraft. But they're all enhanced with different types of material, such as bronze, iron, emerald, diamond, and gold, and all that. And if we were to go up these stairs, is actually the main area. I don't know who these people are. They keep walking in here and just taking the place as theirs. But right in here is the main master bedroom of Cameron's house. And it's a nice little place here. He's got his cat, Lily, and his little secret notebook here, and his bunch of stuff in here. I'm gonna actually not touch any of that because it's not mine. And right out here is the main balcony of the place. This is actually where, okay, so you saw the priest in the Rubik's Cube, Father Herbert. He actually used to live in here for a good amount of time until he moved out after there was a big power struggle in the church. And here's another restaurant right here, Ming's house. This is a nice Chinese restaurant where you can get all sorts of things, such as Mountain Dew, Orange Crush, Pepsi, and you can get entrees for $13, sides for $3, drinks $5, and you can see the drinks in here as well. If we take this one out, this is A&W, and we just have this here, and this gives me instant damage, so if I wasn't invincible, I would have been hurt. This is a nice, good area. They got the chickens in here to be turned into chicken to serve to the customers. It's a nice system, as well as some beef. And I think this is just a sink. Yeah. And here's all the other drinks that they have here. I think they were gonna have more, but this is Ping's house, and this is Mr. Ray Ping, and he sells pretty much the same exact stuff, as well as enchantment sharpness 1 and an emerald. Gets way less business than Ming's house, for a good reason, because he's just a copycat. But right next door to Ming's house is actually a pretty cool little area. It is a minecart roller coaster where you can put the minecart down and you can press this and you go on a nice ride. And then right to the right of this is the courthouse, where you got the jury here, you got the defendant and the plaintiff, and here's the judge's stand where trials go. And if someone is found guilty, they just go straight into the the jails in the Nether. And that's pretty much it for at least the bottom part of town. There's more up top, but the more you come over here, the city just sort of ends. This is the city checkpoint, where if there's guards up here and they see people trying to cross illegally or the place being attacked, they can shoot out of those archer stations before they go into that area. But as we come back into town, if we go up this area here, up these stairs, we go into the top part. This here is the main square cathedral. You can tell because it's placed in the main square. This is a nice little place. You got all these different chairs for all the different audience members who can be fit in here. I guess we could fit this extra one if the doorway wasn't just in the way. And the priest can go right here and give their sermons. And this guy's not the main priest, he's just standing up there because he wants to. Oh my god, there's a lot happening here. Didn't know there was a harem going on here, I'm gonna let that do its thing. If you come down here, there's actually a big refugee center here as well for, I guess, people without a home. And just above the cathedral and the Rubik's Cube is the old breeding area, which was the first one that we used when we started this Minecraft server. And it is the same sort of operating system as the other one. Except this one drops down into this main area, where once they spawn in, they can come to this area. And this used to be an area filled with beds until it was repurposed into the villager head just out here. But those who are born in that area can just come up here and join the others in the Rubik's Cube. But back in here, just under the entire city, is Cameron's old base. He doesn't use this place much anymore, but he used to have a bunch of stuff in here. He used to have his dogs in here before he moved them out. This is a nice bathroom area where you can press the flusher, and you got some toilet paper roll here as well, and I'm actually not sure why there's water on the floor here, or what the purpose of all that is. And these are just extra tunnels on the side here, so that you can travel from one place to the other. That's pretty much it for the main square area. This is the southwestern part of the island that we are inhabiting. And while we went through a lot, there's not really much here, at least not yet. So since we are done with this, we are actually going to go north past the border wall that we saw here. And this is Lady Liberty. I'm not sure exactly who made this, but I do like its design, how it looks just like its real-life counterpart. Especially with the... again, I'm forgetting the name of this block, but the one that doesn't stop burning. Netherrack, that's right. Once you light it, it never stops burning. This area is known as Nogger. I forget who named it, but yeah, it's a nice little area. This is just a village that we took over and put a big-ass cathedral on top of. This is the Josh-Nogger Cathedral, made by Josh in the Nogger area. My guess is that it's called the Nogger area because people use their noggin. They're pretty smart here, but I'll leave that up to interpretation. What the fuck? There's not much to note of for this village down here, but just above it is actually the cherry youth tree, the Tree of Youth. It's called the Tree of Youth because if you climb far enough, you get haste and regeneration. Very useful for if you're fighting mobs in the big part of the mountain. And up here is actually a pretty cool building. This is a high school that me and my friends went to. We built the outline of it. This is the main 3 doors and the big brick perch and the bunch of windows on the place. I doubt this building will ever be finished because of how monstrous it would be. The only part that's really done is when you come into the main doors. This is the receptionist area where the security guard is here and they make sure that you're a student before they let you in. And just south of that is yet another church, but this one was one of the first ones that we put in. This is Life Church, and you'll see why it's called that in a second. But right in here is actually the Catholic priest. Oh my god, he's dead. Oh, not again. That's Father Dort. He was apparently turned into a zombie. Oh, that's a problem. Because the last guy we had, his name was Father Pascali. Italian dude. He also got turned into a zombie. Well, I'm gonna leave him here for now, and hopefully we can sort that out later. That's unfortunate. But I built this one myself, and it really shows, because this part right here is pretty flat. But I do also like this side here. The little plants on the side, the flowers. And this little part in here, this little part right here, this edges. I think if you actually come into this main part, you can see straight up here, and all the light that pools in from the top. And just northeast of that is the Life Tree. This is the first beacon tree that we put in. And you can tell by its tree tendrils that it sucks the life from the earth to give to the people around it. It actually grew bedrock from its core. And it is a spruce birch mix with a beacon on top that will grant the user resistance and regeneration. And it also has a pretty big range, because you can even feel it from right here as you're standing in front of the sign. But right in here is actually my first base on this server. This is the super cool epic, the super epic cool area. And this is a bunch of pumpkins here that cover the bed, in case anyone wanted to steal my bed. And right in here is a bunch of stuff that is kind of pointless to me now. Let's fill this back up with more pumpkins. As you can see here, there was a kind of blast zone area. This actually used to have a pretty nice garden and was Josh's first base until we blew it up.
I think that's exactly what he did. Anyways, here's the base.
Look at this nice garden right next to it.
Yeah, nice garden here. Go down there.
A bunch of pumps.
If you jump on the carpet right here, and then you can walk out. And then here's the crazy hit. Here's the crazy thing. The entrance is right in that door. Just go right through the snow right here. Like, you can walk straight through it.
Powdered snow. Awesome.
Yeah,
I think you might have lied to me.
No, keep walking.
Oh my goodness.
Keep walking. Just keep walking. You're fine.
Come on. I think you might have lied to me.
No, it's fine, right?
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine, Oliver.
Why are they only
something
these?
happening in there? Oh my god!
I think you guys destroyed more than just me.
Oh my god! There's nothing left! There's nothing left of anything!
Gone. Everything's gone!
And the result of that left the blast zone, which I think was actually right in here where this tree was at, because this tree was here already. It was on top of the garden. So just on top of this mountain, right next to the villager center and the respawn center, is this village on top of the mountain. There's not much to write home about. This place has been kind of destroyed and infested with people who aren't really sure where else to go. I think right in here, in this house that's covered in ice from all exits, is a frozen caveman, who I believe is still frozen. Well, I guess not. And just below that is a mining expedition that is happening on the side here, I guess to get some of this stone here, I would imagine is the case. Magma block. And I guess the last thing to really show would be my base, which is just over here. So this is the entrance area, and you can't really see the opening for it, but it's right there. The secret is you gotta come all the way over here, and there's some powder snow. You come in here, flip that switch, you hear it open, And it's right over here. Oh yeah. This is my base, baby. Polished quartz, I believe. Yeah, smooth quartz. And then a 1 layer of an emerald block. Which is not real emeralds, of course. But I just say that because it's valuable. I do have a picture here of Graham from King's Quest, one of my favorite game series. You come in here, you got a nice little face with more faces, but made of villager spawn eggs. That's kind of what we used at first to populate this area, before we had a breeder. Right over here is an epic plant that I found, and I think I forgot to water it, so it has died. Right in here is actually a good friend of mine. This is Sahashnio. I did build him this area with clouds and a sun, and it kind of looks like the outside because he's not used to the outside. He's locked in here. But at least I gave him a TV and a surround sound. I'm not sure where the remote went though. I hope he still has it. Well, right in this wall is something secret, and I will show that to you right now. So you see in here this room and this chest right here. This chest is actually a trapped chest where if you open it, you try and get the stuff that's inside, but you would fall to your death. I think... wait, hold on. Oh. Well, something's happened here. Yeah, no, instead of before, where it was lava that was put in there, no, you just fall all the way through the world. That's pretty funny, actually. But just behind this room, if we come right over here, you break this wall, and you put yourself down through here, you can crawl through this vent, made out of bedrock. It looks a bit ugly, but it does help you get to a room that's just over here. That's a room that looks just like the other one, but mirrored. And this one also has a trap chest, but it's not a trap this time. This time, it's a nice little area down here. And here's my buddy down here. This is Rupert. He's a nice little friend that my dude Cameron just dropped off at my front door, and I guess I just sort of took him in. We go for rides sometimes, as you can see from the saddle on his back. I'm not sure where the carrot and the stick went. That must be upstairs with Sahashnio. Right here we got an armor stand with the first armor I ever got, and it was dyed orange. There's some chainmail armor that I got from chests. And this is actually a cool set of netherite armor that I stole off of Cameron. And in here is my room. And I do sleep in here. Or I guess I haven't in a while, as you can see from the respawn point set. Actually, yeah, let's sleep through the night. As you can see above me, there are some sea turtles. We actually had a bunch of different animals in there, but they ate them all. Right over here, you might see that there are vines growing, and that is due to a buildup of whatever is in there. And this is actually a cool little thing I built. So if you come in here and you switch around this axe, things start to change. At least they should, unless I broke something somehow. Nah, here we go. So if you do a almost full rotation, these blocks form out the wall, and you're able to climb your way up, and in here is my botany lab, full of a bunch of cool flowers. You got the Ray mix, the Ping mix, the U mix, the Sum, the Dumb, and the Guy mix. This room isn't really used much, but it's just a nice place to have just in case I ever need them. And let's close that up just in case someone comes in here. On this other side, we have this glass bridge. I believe this used to lead to somewhere, but we didn't really have any ideas for where it would go. I'm actually going to block this up from right here instead, so no mobs spawn in the glass bridge and get in there and kill Rupert. This is actually a cool area. This is a training ground for, I guess, just stuff to do. We haven't really had a whole lot to do. But this is also a nice statue we have here. It is the... So if you guys have ever played Minecraft Story Mode, this might be a bit familiar. This is a command block on... Instead of soul sand, it is bedrock. This is actually the three-headed Ender Dragon Witherstorm Giant stroking his big schlong. As you can see, the schlong right there. Very cool art piece that we have here. I don't think it's actually functional. Like, if you push this button, I don't think it actually does anything. In fact, I don't think it does anything at all. Yeah, no, the buttons just affect these guys and make them talk a bit. And that is pretty much all there is to show for this realm at this time. I hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough, and I hope to add more stuff in the near future. I will be doing more vids in the future to show more updates as this island gets progressively more inhabited and progressively more changed for the better and for the worse. And I hope you guys are there for the journey. Bye-bye.